So hey everybody, it's TR back with another edition of On the Road from the Cockpit. This is episode 11, and we're finally leaving the Freightliner dealer in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Eight days I've been here waiting for parts. Parts showed up yesterday. They got me in and out, and so I just stayed the night here. But I'm headed up to Ryrie, to the Juniper Campground near Ryrie, Idaho, near the Ryrie Reservoir. That puts me close to the South Fork because I'm headed up there to do some fishing. So, just in the last stages of getting ready to go, I'm going to get things fired up. I should probably turn on my tire pressure monitor. And see if I can get the key in the ignition. Come on, get in there. So hey, I thought I'd show you what happened to Rusty the RV here and why I'm on my 8th day at the Freightliner shop waiting for parts. And I'm pretty sure what happened is that I was on a dirt gravel road coming out of the Big Eddy, and I suspect I kicked up a rock and that got into the fan. You can see here, you know, lost that blade completely. That one's coming apart. This one's busted. And also, I note that the tips are all cracked on these, and so that fan blade needs to be replaced. And also, when they're in there, I'm going to have them replace all the primary coolant hoses, which is like, let's see, this one, and then this one. So hopefully we'll be back on the road and back out. I have been fishing, by the way, but hopefully we'll be back out on the road and headed up towards the Ryrie area here pretty soon. I'd like to get up and do some serious fishing on the South Fork. Alright, everything's hooked up and we're ready to roll. Gotta go get some propane. Just about out of propane, so gonna need some of that. Headed up to where it's gonna be chilly. I'm gonna be wanting some propane, plus I need to cook and have hot water. I clearly need a shower. I called around and found out what propane prices were here. Ridiculous. I think I paid $1.63 when I got propane in Arkansas. And it's $2.99, was the cheapest I could find. Well, $74 and some odd cents worth of propane, almost 25 gallons. And now we're ready to roll. Rough parking lot. Oh, now we get to wait for a train. How about that? Isn't that just special? Well, it's pretty easy when you break down to get down. It's a fact of life. You're going to have to get used to it. I posted some things on Instagram, which, by the way, I do post to Instagram pretty regularly, so if you'd like to follow me over at Instagram, that'd be awesome. That beeping you keep hearing is my tire pressure monitoring system. I have the EZE, and for some reason, occasionally the tires on the passenger side, particularly on the car, will... That's where you're going, mister. Occasionally the tires on the car, the passenger side of the car, won't report back, and so it causes it to beep because it's not reporting, you know, the pressure monitors aren't reporting back to the sensor here, the receiver thing. Okay, here we go. So, looks like we're ready to roll. Waiting for this train. Well, maybe not. They were just teasing us. Oh yeah, we are ready to roll. hopefully they're not switching and we have to sit here for 10 minutes while they're switching, but I got a suspicion that we're going to be sitting a little while. Jesus. Alright. I can wait. I think I'll probably finish these thoughts once I get out on the road. I want to sit here and kind of cogitate a little bit on, you know, the breakdowns and the implications of it. Okay, we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, so we're on the road up to the Juniper Campground up near Ryrie, Idaho. We got about another, maybe 25 minutes to go, something like that, not very far. And just kind of sitting there contemplating, you know, breaking down. And it would be really easy to get down, you know, when you break down. It oftentimes is a huge hassle. I was pretty lucky that I was able to limp in from, well, basically 55, 60 miles out from the Freightliner dealer in Idaho Falls. I generally try to go to Freightliner. I have a Freightliner chassis. I feel like you get better parts. I mean, they're OEM parts, so they're built to work on your rig. And the thing of it is that if you have an older RV, they just don't stock parts. You know, well, they probably don't stock parts in general for RVs in the first place. You know, if it's a common engine part or something like that, you know, you might have a pretty good chance of getting it. But in this particular case, you know, it was a radiator and the fan. They were going to get me out last Friday. Today's Tuesday, by the way. They were going to get me out Friday, and I was pretty excited about that. I was going to go up and camp with some friends up at Icy, which is in the same direction I'm headed now, up by Ryrie. But that didn't work out. I got a call after I planned on having it in the shop overnight on the Thursday night. And so I'd made arrangements to go down to Pocatello, which is like 50 miles south, and stay the night with some friends. Because it was, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I got online and on Priceline and all of the, you know, the cheap reservation sites, if you will. I couldn't find a room for less than $225, and I was shocked. You know, I was figuring, oh, 80 bucks, I'll just get a room, and that'll be that. You know, no big deal. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. And I have a lot of friends in Idaho Falls, having grown up there, to call, and I probably could have gone and stayed with one of them. But you know, I just went to my old reliable friends, Tom and Chris, down at Pocatello, and they were very accommodating, and they always are. They're the best people, the best friends you could possibly have. But with that being said, it would be really easy to kind of get yourself down and depressed and be upset and irritated and pissed off and all of those things when you break down. But the fact of the matter is and I learned this a very long time ago, it's a piece of machinery and it breaks. They're going to break. It's just a fact of life. You might as well prepare yourself for it. If you have an RV, it's going to break down at some point. That's, you know, I think that's probably the bottom line, really. And, you know, it's how you handle the breakdowns that really makes you, you know, that really makes a difference in your life. You can be upset, sit there and stew for 8 days and be all upset, irritated, burning inside, you know, yeah. But the fact of the matter is that ain't going to change anything. So why not just keep a smile on your face? Be a happy person if you can. There's sure a lot of people out here that aren't happy. But, and then just move on. You know, you just wait till it gets fixed and you just go on with life. You know, as a full-timer, I kind of have a lot of flexibility in my schedule. The fact of the matter is that I just flipped my schedule around. I was planning on going up to Ryrie as soon as I left Riggs and fishing for 2 or 3 more weeks until the weather starts to get chilly, which it is a little chilly today. And then head south and stop off for a week in Idaho Falls, and then stop off for a week in Pocatello, do my last bits of visiting before I head south for winter. And I just did my visiting last week. Just called all the people I needed to get in touch with, and in fact connected with an old friend from, I don't know, probably junior high school. And we just had a great time. Went out and had some beers and some dinner, and got caught up on 40 years of history. Well, partially caught up. I think there's probably a lot more that, you know, went on, but I guess you hit the highlights. So I guess that's probably what's on my mind as far as the breakdown. You know, you got to make the sun shine when it's raining. look for that silver lining in the cloud. What other platitudes can I come up with to make myself feel better about being broke down for 8 days? But it is what it is. You're not going to change it. Getting upset, pissed off, yelling at people doesn't work. Doesn't matter. It's not going to help at all. Cold. Yeah, I broke the tip of my fishing pole. I leaned it up against my car because I was getting, I was done fishing for the day, and I just leaned it up against the car because I was getting ready to take it apart, put it away, and was getting all my gear off, and the waders and all that crap. And a gust of wind came up and blew it on the ground, which normally isn't too damaging, but it did break the tip off my fishing pole. I did fix it. I was able to put it back together, but it just completely changed the way it casted. So I broke down and bought myself a new fishing pole, kind of splurged a little bit, and got a pretty decent fishing pole, all Idaho made, by the way. I don't see myself spending $900 on the Sage fishing pole, okay? I mean, yeah, I'd love to have one, but, the fact of the matter is, I'm just getting ready to turn here to go to my next destination, so give me just a second. So I wasn't going to spend $900 on a Sage fishing pole, okay? I mean, yeah, they got to be great poles, but $900 worth, nah. I'll stack up any $60 fishing pole you buy that has a reel included on it against somebody with the Sage about who can catch the most fish. I really honestly don't believe that a big, fancy, expensive, high-dollar fishing pole is going to make a damn bit of difference on how many fish you catch. Yeah, I just didn't see it happening, and I'm sure that the pole that I got is going to be just fine. I'm going to break that puppy in tomorrow, sure as shooting, so. Oh my gosh, there's so many birds out here. I just got one. Starlings, trash birds of the universe. Sorry all you starling lovers. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Thanks for all your subscriptions, your likes, subscribes, and comments. I always enjoy greatly interacting with the subscribers, answering questions, and getting made fun of and teased and all those sorts of things if it's kind-hearted. So I encourage you to do that. I do invite you to come on over and follow me on Instagram. I'm posting a lot of my photography over there, and in fact, I've been doing a lot more photography this year as far as, being out and about than I have. It's that, oh, I know what that is. That's the blind, and then of course my door is rattling. It's time to reinforce, replace some of the pads I have in there to stop the door from rattling. All right, I'm wandering. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. So I guess I better go. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Shall we get together the next time?